Have you ever felt like airports are intentionally annoying you? You walk in, and it immediately feels strange. The hallways curve strangely. Coffee shops are always out of reach. You swear someone designed this place to confuse you, or at least squeeze every dollar they can out of you while you're half awake. Well, they did. In this video, we reveal 15 sneaky tricks that airlines and airports hope you'll never figure out. Not the usual arrive early. These are real tricks, used by frequent flyers to save money, avoid headaches, and quietly beat the system. And the best part? You don't need points, perks, or a platinum card. Just a few smart moves, and suddenly, you're flying like you've cracked the code. Oh, and make sure you stick around for tip number 14, because it will change the way you look at your suitcase wheels forever. Let's get into it. First, a trick that seems almost too simple, but it actually works. Did you know that Uber and Lyft charge extra just for picking you up at the airport? It's called an airport ride fee, and depending on the airport, it can cost you anywhere from $4 to $15, on top of whatever additional fares are already in effect. Add in traffic, confusion about lane allocations, and the joy of lugging your bags through a parking lot, and before you know it, that cheap ride isn't so cheap anymore. So what do savvy travelers do? They take a hotel shuttle, which is free, fast, and much less stressful. Most major airport hotels, Holiday Inn, Best Western, Marriott, offer free shuttles to and from the terminal. And here's the secret. No one checks to see if you're actually staying there. Just hop on the shuttle, drive it to your hotel, and then order your Uber from there. No airport fees. No hassle. Usually a faster ride, too. I've done it many times. Landed at LAX, hopped right on a nearby hotel shuttle, ordered an Uber from the lobby, and it arrived in 2 minutes. Clean, quiet, no surprise $7 fee added. And there's another underrated perk, security. Some airport check-in counters are hidden in dark, suspicious corners of multi-level parking garages. But hotel lobbies? Bright, monitored, easy to see for your vehicle. So next time you're flying, do a quick Google search for nearby hotels with free shuttles. It's one little detour that can save you money, time, and a lot of stress. And something tells me the airport doesn't really want you to know that. You know what kills the airport vibe faster than anything? That winding, soul-sucking security line. You're still half asleep, clutching your boarding pass, wondering if your seat belt will be the one that sets off the alarm this time. But what if I told you that you could skip that entire line without paying for TSA pre-check, without flying business class, without even showing a fancy credit card? Some airports now allow you to reserve a free time slot to go through security. It's called Reserved Security or Express Lane, and it's like having a backstage pass without the price tag. The process is surprisingly simple. The night before your flight, go to the airport's website, choose a time, say 9:15 to 9:30, and you'll be given a QR code. When you arrive, you scan it at a designated lane, quickly push past the crowds, and go straight in. No guessing. No snaking through 20 zigzags of barriers. Just go in. Airports like Orlando, Seattle, and the Wild Thing? Hardly anyone uses it. Why? Because they don't advertise it. That's why it works. Think about it. If everyone knew, it wouldn't be fast anymore. So the next time you fly, just type your airport name plus book a security time into Google. It takes 2 minutes to book, and it can save you 20 in line. That's 20 extra minutes for coffee, a bathroom break. It's free, it's easy, and it's exactly the kind of thing airports hope you won't figure out. Here's a little trick that seems like a joke, until you try it and quickly pass a dozen people stuck in line. When most travelers enter security, what do? They drift to the right. It's instinct, especially in countries like the United States, where more than 85% of people are right-handed. Without thinking, they follow the crowd and form a slow, awkward line in the first few lanes. But if you stop for 2 seconds, scan the entire layout, and turn left, you'll usually find shorter lines, faster-moving agents, and less chaos. I learned this the hard way. One morning at LAX, I followed the herd, 20-minute wait, grumpy people, trays everywhere. The guy behind me, he looked once, went left, and was through in 5 minutes. I saw him sipping a latte at the gate before I even put my shoes back on. Since then, it's been my favorite move. It doesn't cost anything. No app required. Just one smart turn. One more thing most people miss. The farthest lanes, especially the partially hidden ones, tend to be even emptier. Most people stop at the first thing they see. Go a few more steps, Save yourself 10 extra minutes. If you've ever stood at the baggage carousel, watching bag after bag go by, but not yours, you know that sinking feeling. You start asking yourself, did it miss its connection? Did they lose it? Is it in Bermuda? The reality? Airlines misplace or delay millions of bags every year. And sure, they'll try to find yours, but their tracking systems? Let's just say they're stuck somewhere around 2008. That's why savvy travelers come up with their own solution. They slip an Apple AirTag or Samsung SmartTag into their bag, and from that moment on, they don't have to guess. They watch it move, live on their phone. I've seen people land at JFK, check their phone, and immediately know their bag is still in Atlanta. No need to wait in line. No need to fill out lost bag forms with fingers crossed. Just go to the front desk, point it out, and they'll reroute it. Sometimes you'll even see your bag arrive at the carousel in front of you. This is the kind of stress-free travel we all want. So for about $30, you can avoid the panic and take control. Because when it comes to your luggage, the smartest move is to stop hoping the airline will do it right and start knowing for yourself. Have you ever noticed how the airport feels different the moment you go through security? The floor changes. The lighting changes. Out of nowhere, there's a whiff of freshly baked cookies, except no one's baking anything. That's no coincidence. It's intentional. Airports are built to influence your behavior and, more importantly, your spending. The soft carpet after security? It's not for comfort. It's to slow you down. Studies show that travelers move faster on hard floors, but when they hit the carpet, they subconsciously relax, linger, and start browsing the stores. The lighting? Bright and vibrant around duty-free shops, dark and cozy near food outlets. The goal is to subtly nudge you to buy what you don't need. And that smell of cinnamon buns or vanilla wafting through the terminal. Often synthetic. Pumped to whet your appetite and whet your appetite. Even the layout is strategic. Ever wonder why you're forced to wade through rows of expensive perfume and whiskey just to get to your gate? It's not bad planning. It's channeling. Airports design narrow, one-way streets that take you straight past the most profitable stores. No shortcuts, no escape. Once you start noticing it, you can't get rid of it. That relaxing post-security zone? It's not a break. It's a trap. So the next time you want to grab an overpriced snack or that duty-free deal that ends today, take a second. Breathe. Ask yourself, am I hungry or am I just being tricked? A duty-free deal sounds like a great deal. No taxes, airport exclusive, limited time offer. But don't let the label fool you. Just because it's duty-free doesn't mean it's cheaper. In fact, some things cost more than they do at your local store. Airports know that you're in a spending mood, excited to start your trip or relieved to have cleared security. That's when your brain is most vulnerable to impulse buying. And duty-free stores are built to take full advantage of that moment. Many products are packaged in airport-only sizes or gift-wrapped packages, making it difficult to compare prices. A bottle of perfume might seem like a bargain until you realize it's $20 cheaper at your local store. I've even seen boxes of candy marked travel exclusive that cost more per ounce than regular ones at Target. Smart travelers do one simple thing. They check the price. Use your phone, scan the barcode, look it up on Amazon or Walmart before you buy. It takes 30 seconds and can save you a small fortune, especially on alcohol, skincare, or technology. In the end, duty-free isn't always a scam, but it's certainly not always a bargain. Treat it like any other store. If the discount is real, it's still there after a quick price check. Airlines are betting on one thing. You'll overpack and pay for it. Overweight fees, extra baggage fees, last-minute check-in at the gate. It all adds up. But here's what they don't tell you. You can wear as much as you want. No one is charging you for that extra sweatshirt on your back or the second pair of sneakers on your feet. Savvy travelers turn this into a little travel trick. Got a big coat? Layer it. Too many shirts? Stack them. I once saw a guy in Seattle board a flight looking like a walking thrift store, 3 jackets, 2 scarves, cargo pants stuffed like a shoebox. Did anyone stop him? No. He moved on without paying a dime. And once you're on the plane, just shed the layers. Stuff them under the seat, roll a jacket up like a pillow, or drape that huge sweater like a blanket. You're warm, comfortable, and you just saved $40 on checked luggage. So if your carry-on is bursting at the seams, don't panic. Just carry the excess. You'll look a little ridiculous, but your wallet will be fine. And hey, airport fashion is subjective anyway. There's always that moment. usually near the end of a trip when your suitcase won't close. Souvenirs, snacks, that one just-in-case item of clothing you never wore, and the next thing you know, you're playing baggage Tetris at the airport, hoping it closes. Here's how frequent flyers avoid the drama. They pack a collapsible nylon bag. Cheap, lightweight, and rolls up to the size of a sandwich. But when do you need it? It opens up into a lifeguard. Did you hit the duty-free shop a little too hard? No problem. Quickly pull out the bag, stuff in your extras, and carry it like your personal belongings. As long as it fits under the seat, no one bats an eyelid. I used this trick on a flight back from Tokyo, my main bag full of gifts, snacks, and an absurd number of gashapon toys. I quickly grabbed my collapsible shoulder bag, shoved it under the seat, and quickly made my way through the boarding gate like I had it all planned out, which, technically, I did. No extra fees. No side-eyeing at the gate. Just a smooth flight. So next time you're packing, throw one on the plane. It weighs next to nothing, but it might save you a checked baggage fee, a broken zipper, or that awkward shuffle where you wear 2 jackets just to make room. Trying to fall asleep on a plane can feel like chasing a unicorn. The lights are too bright, the engine is humming, someone behind you keeps patting your seat. And that neck pillow? It doesn't help. Turns out there's a combination that works, and it doesn't involve prescription drugs, valerian root, and ASMR. Valerian is a natural herb that's been used for centuries to calm the nervous system. You can find it in tea or capsule form at most drugstores. It won't knock you out, but it will ease anxiety and calm that restless, jittery feeling that creeps up mid-flight. Now combine that with ASMR, those soft, whispering sounds or rhythmic tapping videos that people either love or don't listen to at all, and with noise-canceling headphones, a good playlist, and a blackout sleep mask to block out the cabin light. Your brain switches into full relaxation mode. The move is simple. Take a valerian capsule about 30 to 60 minutes before your flight, then cue up your favorite ASMR video after you've taken your seat. The sound of rain, the noise of a brush, even someone gently explaining how to fold towels, it's strangely hypnotic. Before you know it, your eyelids feel heavy, your shoulders relax, and the cabin quietly transforms. The flight feels peaceful. The best part? No drowsiness when you land. Just a more rested, less grumpy version of you ready to hit the road. You've probably been told this 100 times. Label your bag with your name and address in case it gets lost. Sounds responsible, right? Not anymore. Because in 2025, writing your home address on a luggage tag is basically an open invitation for the wrong person to know you're not home. And yes, there have been actual cases of break-ins that started with someone reading a tag at the airport. Think about it. You're standing in line, your bag is right there, the tag is dangling in plain sight. All it takes is one glance for someone to know who you are, where you live, and that you're clearly leaving town. That's not a solution for lost and found items. It's a security risk. So what should you write instead? Your name, a phone number, maybe an email address. That's it. Enough for someone to contact you if your bag goes missing without losing your door. Or better yet, use a smart luggage tag with a QR code that links to a secure contact page. No address, no oversharing, and you can update it at any time. Because if your suitcase ever decides to take its own vacation, the last thing you want is for it to give up the keys to your castle. There's a simple way to avoid travel meltdowns before they even begin. Fly early. Morning flights are your best chance to leave on time, arrive on time, and avoid the overwhelming impact of delays that pile up throughout the day. One late departure at 8 a.m. can ripple across dozens of flights after it, especially at major airports like Chicago, Atlanta, or JFK. But early flights? They're usually sitting on the runway, already cleaned, fueled, and waiting from the night before. Less traffic, shorter lines, smoother skies. And here's a benefit that people often overlook. Early flights are the cleanest flights. That's the only time the cabin has been freshly mopped, the bathrooms restocked, and yesterday's crumbs have actually been vacuumed up. Plus, airfares are often cheaper, especially midweek, and airports are quieter, which makes everything feel less chaotic. That sounds great, until you realize it only works if you're flying from home or staying nearby. Because if you're in a new city, that 6 a.m. flight often comes with its own catch, a $200 hotel bill just to be close enough to arrive on time. Want to get a better deal on your next flight? It's not just about the destination, but also when you book. According to travel pros at Google Flights and Hopper, The cheapest days to buy flights are usually Tuesday and Wednesday. Airlines often launch fare discounts on Monday nights, and by Tuesday morning, competitors adjust their prices to match. That's your sweet spot. Missed Tuesday? Don't worry, Wednesday is a close second. It's one of the least busy booking days, so airlines quietly lower fares to encourage purchases. Add in the fact that flying on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Saturdays also tends to be cheaper, and you have a winning combination. It's not a magic rule, but it works more often than not. Of course, holiday seasons, school holidays, and big events can throw prices into chaos. That's why smart travelers use tools like Google Flights or Hopper to track fare trends and set alerts. Finally, the day you click book matters. Pick the right one, and you could save enough for a nice dinner. You ordered, right? Now reward yourself with some sushi. If you've been dreaming of a getaway but are afraid of sky-high airfares, here's a little-known ideal spot: August. Yes, August. Even though it's right in the middle of summer and seems like peak travel season, it's actually the cheapest month to fly. According to the latest data from Expedia, flights in August can cost up to 12% less for domestic travel and about 7% less for international travel, compared to the most expensive months of the year. So what's the problem? It depends on the timing. In the US, kids are back in school. In Europe, locals in countries like France and Italy are away on their own vacations. And in many destinations, August also brings peak heat, which pushes demand down enough to drive prices down. It's a perfect storm of low demand, hidden in a month that people assume is expensive. So, if you're flexible and want to travel smarter, aim for late summer. You'll beat the crowds, stretch your budget, and maybe even get a better seat with money to buy ice cream. You've heard it 1,000 times. Please put your smaller items under the seat in front of you. And sure, it's standard procedure. But what don't they tell you? That spot might be the worst place for your suitcase. The carpet down there? It's a graveyard of crumbs, coffee stains, bathroom splatters, and everything else that's been tracked from terminals around the world. And yet, that's where your bag ends up, soaking it all up. There's also the theft factor. On night flights, in the dark, it's not unheard of for someone to quietly slip a bag out from under a neighboring seat. If your passport or phone is there, you might not realize it's missing until landing. Even without theft, a loose zipper or sudden jolt can send small items rolling deep into row 23. However, that underseat space has one big advantage. It ensures you won't be fighting for overhead space or risking a last-minute gate check. So the real question is, how do you make it safer? Pack smart. Stuff your backpack or messenger bag into a large plastic liner before placing it under your seat. It keeps the dirt out. And for anything you need mid-flight, stash it in the inside pockets of your jacket. Headphones, snacks, medication, even a charger. That way, you won't be fumbling mid-flight or worrying about forgotten items left in a dark cabin. We wipe our hands, our tray tables, even our phone screens, but somehow forget the dirtiest part of all, our suitcase wheels. They roll across bathroom floors, sidewalk grime, mysterious airport spills, and then go straight into hotel rooms, bedrooms, sometimes even onto the bed. Just keep a pack of disinfectant wipes in your outside pocket. Give the wheels a quick wipe after every trip, and while you're there, wipe down the entire suitcase before throwing it on the bed to unpack. 30 seconds. Less bacteria. Much better sleep. So there you have it, flight tricks that no one puts on a boarding pass, but once you know them, you'll never travel the same way again. From sneaky shuttle tricks and secret security lanes to why August is your new favorite travel month. These little tweaks add up to smoother trips, smaller bills, and far fewer surprises at 35,000 feet. If this video gave you even one new tip, consider liking it or sharing it with that friend who always overpacks and forgets a charger. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite airport in the world? I'd love to know. Thanks for flying with us. See you next time.